Hey, how about you, everybody? Welcome into the Auburn Live Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Live on 3. Today is Wednesday, August the 14th, 2024 for you. It is Tuesday evening, August the 13th, 2024 for us. Keep that in mind moving forward if with any todays, tomorrows, or yesterdays. We will try to keep it simple, but you know us. We're not simple. A little complicated. We're going to get some questions from the corner. Today, Mr. Allen Head is on assignment. It will just be Cole Pinkston and myself. We will do absolutely our best to inform you with as much intel as we possibly can. Speaking of Cole Pinkston, how about you?
How about you?
How about you?
I think I sounded pretty bad on that last call-in show, and I've gotten a little better. So hopefully it will not sound like that. I'm sorry for anybody that was like, "Man, that's just terrible."
You don't sound as sexy.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I couldn't hear anything, and it was like I just wasn't gonna work.
How's the ear?
Better.
How are the ears?
Better.
Okay.
Don't know what happened. Just both of them just not working for whatever reason. Now they are.
Put a little peroxide in those things.
Oh yeah, we did everything.
Okay, all right.
We did everything.
Little white vinegar.
It must have worked because it's good today.
Old country remedy, if you will.
Yeah, there you go.
As we said, Mr. Allen Head is on assignment. We will be missing him, but we'll do our best to answer all the questions that we've got in front of us, or soon will. But before we do, want to say, OTV, man, this is a recruiting show. You guys, fans of recruiting, you know how important this is. You know how important it has been for Auburn. You know how important it is to the success of Auburn recruiting, retaining players on the roster, also other sports as well. So if you want to make a real difference for Auburn student athletes, join On to Victory if you haven't already. You can do it for as low as $17 a month, and you can enjoy some really awesome perks, monthly giveaways, VIP events, behind-the-scenes content. You saw this past weekend, they got to go to see the scrimmage. They got first dibs. When I say they, OTV members got first dibs fan day. So a lot of cool perks, a lot of cool incentives, plus cash back on your favorite brands and OTV gear. Get exclusive savings on that. So if you're not already, go to ontovictory.co. That's ontovictory.co, and join today to support Auburn athletes and enjoy these amazing benefits. Fantastic organization, spearheaded by Mr. Brett Whiteside, good friend of the show. So, Cole, we are going to go straight into these questions. We're going to get to some hibachies there towards the end, and we'll see what the fans, what the listeners, what the watchers want to know about Auburn recruiting. We're getting these questions from the Auburn Live on 3 website. If you're not a message board at the corner, if you're not a member of that, go check us out. Go check us out. If you're not a fan of the website, you don't want to read and go through all that stuff, you want to watch, you want to listen, go get signed up for Auburn Live Plus. Shows every week. Cole had a fantastic one this past week with an Ask Pink episode. He answered several questions, recruiting questions, in-depthly. Didn't hold anything back, gave some good scoops, some good intel there. And then, of course, Justin Hogeson has had some really good interviews with players, including Malcolm Simmons. And I think he's got a show coming out Wednesday or Thursday with Mr. Stephen Pearl, assistant head coach Stephen Pearl. So be lookout for those on your Auburn Live Plus. If you haven't, just go to our YouTube page, hit join, $2.99 a month, dude. After 1 or 2 shows, you've already got your money's worth. Ask Pink was worth $3. All right, let's see. 03 Tech Tom wants to know if Deuce Knight, Tyler Lockhart, and Sam Turner are not committed to Auburn when the calendar flips to September, how much does that hurt Auburn's chances for each of these recruits? It's a fair question.
That's a very good question.
Take them one by one, Cole.
Well, so here's something that we haven't touched on much that I think we need to. I don't know if you would call this intel or maybe intuition. I think what's happening right now, and the reason why Auburn's had a lot of success here at the end of the summer and trying to get all these guys like the 3 you mentioned there in, is because you look at what happened a year ago, and fans freaked out when Freeze, after the bowl game, said the question was, how involved were you in the game plan? And he's like, well, I was recruiting. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, they hated it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's just telling the truth.
Sure.
And, hate it or love it. That was the truth. And I think, and this is where the intuition comes in, I think they are not wanting to be in that situation again. So get these guys in before toe meets leather. I think that is the push. I think there is a strong push to get that done. I don't know if you feel that way. I feel that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Alan and I talked about this last week. I don't know if it was on the show or what, but that is absolutely my gut feel on this. And it's not so much, I'm getting that gut feel from talking to people close to the program. That's like, listen, last year it was recruiting. This year it's been all season recruiting, because this season is more, the most important thing for recruiting this season is winning, is the season. You couldn't say that a year ago. Auburn was going to recruit, they were going to get guys without winning. Not that they didn't try, but they were going to get guys. They were going to sell them on the future of the program.
Yeah.
And they've got all these commitments, I think 22 as we record this. And the goal is to get as many in the boat as possible so they can concentrate solely on finishing this class by winning. Winning. It's going to take that this year. And it's going to take some improvement. It's going to take some hope. It's going to take some proof of concept. Mr. Allen Head, we're thinking about you, big dog. All right, so hold on. I want to take them real quick, Cole. If, in my opinion, I'll give you my opinion, Cole. If Deuce Knight is not committed by September, Auburn's chances go down extremely fast for me.
Agree. Totally.
If Tyler Lockhart isn't committed by September, it's already going down as far as I'm concerned. I still think Auburn's the team to beat, but I'm not as confident as I was 2 weeks ago. So if Tyler Lockhart isn't committed by September, I'm probably 50-50 on him.
I'm not as much on him as I am Deuce. I feel like if Deuce is not committed, that's a problem. Lockhart, I feel like you're in it with him.
Okay. All right. Sam Turner.
I think if he holds out, seeing a game will do it for him.
So August the 31st of the game, if he doesn't leave there with his mind made up, then I'm starting to question whether he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Good stuff, 3 Tech Tone. That was a good question. Good way to start off the show. Jacko Leonard, 11. Any new update on Chicago Mills Night? Absolutely. We've had him all day long at Auburn Live on 3. Chad Simmons has been all over this. I think he had 3 separate pieces on Chicago Mills Night earlier on. Did I say today? Earlier on Tuesday. Linked them all to the Auburn Live message board. We'll give a quick rundown. Thoughts on Auburn's trying to get him in the boat now with this decision soon. Chicago Mills Night is announcing Saturday. Chad's intel, Cole's intel, my intel, all separate independent sources saying the same thing. This is Auburn or Ole Miss. It was Ole Miss, and now Auburn said, hey. And Cole, I think you're getting a read on Chroma, which we've all been saying. We kind of feel like Florida State's the lead there. And it's going to be tough to overcome Florida State.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will. I think he's got a lot of ties. And it was always going to be that way if Florida State ever pushed, and I think they are. So that's what it feels like.
So Chicago Mills Night, we believe Auburn, Ole Miss, and I've got it at 55. And listen, I was told, Cole, I said I've got it 55-45 Ole Miss, and I was told it's probably closer to 51-49.
Sure, I think so. I mean, so what I wrote today on Chicago Mills Night was that, and what I've heard for about a week now is that I think he's interested in what happens with Auburn's quarterback situation for whatever reason. I think it's important for guys on offense to know who their quarterback is in their class. I just do. I think they like that. There may be some kind of relationship that I don't know about with him and Deuce. I don't know about that. I just think he's interested in it. And I think Auburn's pushing. So those two things combined give Auburn a chance here, and he's hearing it out. I think he was really close to committing to Ole Miss not too long ago, and he didn't. And I think it's because of Auburn.
I completely agree. I think this thing is ongoing. I think Chad Simmons wrote in one of his pieces today on Chicago Mills Night that the decision has not been made. I think it was made last week, and I think Auburn said, hold on. I think he was committing to Ole Miss last week. Absolutely, no question about it. Yeah. And Auburn has changed his mind. How much, we don't know, but we at least know he's considering Auburn heavily. Going to be watching that one absolutely throughout the rest of this week. So, W. Tidwell, 51, not to be confused with W. Tidwell, 52. Who is your crown jewel of this class now, Cole, and does it change in December? I wonder if he's talking about commitment or a target. Who's your crown jewel of this class? 2025 class or Auburn class?
Yeah, I think he's talking about the commits, if I had to
Okay.
guess.
All right.
Which mine's Eric Winters. He's been number 1 on my class ranking, and maybe the shine on him has faded some because of all these big new commitments you've gotten, but that guy's a baller. So I thought it was a pretty good fight to keep him. I thought Georgia didn't really want to lose that, and maybe at the end they go, all right, you win, Auburn. You wanted him, you wanted him worse than we did, maybe. So I think that's the guy. I liked the fight you had to put up for him. I liked everything about him. I'm ready to see him play this year. He's my crown jewel right now. Does it change? There's some guys on your list right now. If you get them, they could definitely be the crown jewel.
Ooh, mine, since you took Eric, I'm going to take Derek Smith and Anquan Fagans.
Good choices. Can't argue with that.
Where do you have them, Cole, on your ranking?
I think I have Fagans at number 3, and I think Derek is number 5.
Do you remember who 2 is?
Yeah, 2 is Tavares Dice.
Oh, yeah, you love him.
I do. And I believe 4 is Scholl. I have to go back and look. But
yeah, Scholl. That would be right. All right. Good question. Man, those are, I mean, you can make a case for any one of those 5.
Yeah. If you get like Naeem Offord, I mean, obviously Deuce Knight is somebody that could be take that role. Andrew Babalola, Caleb Cunningham. There's some guys out there still out. There's some big fish still out there.
Yeah. B-Dye wants to know which 2025 commit will make their stock rise the most this season. Got a lot of high-ranking commits. Who will make their – I would start at the bottom. Ty Buster, maybe?
Ty Buster was the first one that popped in my head. I think Donovan Starr. I'm going to answer that for Allen. I think Allen would say Donovan Starr. That guy can fly. If he starts putting it all together on the field and on tape, he's got a chance to really rise.
I'll tell you a guy who I think is underrated by just about every network, Hollis Davidson.
Hollis Davidson is I would agree with that. He's got some skill to his game as a big guy. He is definitely a receiving type tight end, and those are very valuable in today's game.
Curious to see what kind of senior year he has. But there's several candidates to answer that question.
Yeah,
but we'll go with those.
Jacoby Ward might be another one.
Yeah, I was going to throw his name out there. Jacoby Ward. War Eagle JM. Would you choose the over or under for 1.5 5-stars that will ultimately sign in this class? Over under 1.5. So you're looking at Andrew Babalola. You're looking at Naeem Offord. We're assuming at this time that nobody jumps to a 5-star, like Project. With the rankings as they are now. Over under 1.5 5-stars.
So when you take a question like this, do you go 5-star only on 3 or just 5 stars? He's ranked 5-star somewhere.
No, yeah, right. He's a 5-star somewhere. He's a 5-star.
Then give me the over.
Okay.
Yep, for sure.
Is there somebody ranked? I thought Broderick Scholl was a 5-star on 3.
So he's technically, he's
not a future 5-star.
So I think what on 3 does, and I want to talk to somebody higher up than us and see what they think about this. I think the reason why they don't give out 32 5-stars to start with is because they add them as they go, and that way they're not taking a 5-star off of someone, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Better to just say, all right, you're 4-star, and now you're 5-star.
Well, hold on. Malik Autry is a 5-star on 24/7 Sports.
Correct.
Broderick Scholl will be on 3, we presume. Jared Smith is a 5-star on 24/7 Sports. So they're already over 2.
They're already over 2 by that. Yeah. And then Deuce Knight, I think, is number 28 or something with on 3 if you were to get him. Obviously, Andrew Babalola, Naeem Offord, Caleb Cunningham, those are the 5-stars Auburn's after still. You could go well over that.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, easy over on the 1.5. Consensus, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's tougher. That's close.
Cole, I forgot about her Sunday night on the call-in show, so I cannot forget about her tonight. Looking for a place in or around Auburn, Opelika, Lee County. Absolutely look no further for the help you need. Miss Jessica Andrews with the Talents Group. She is a fantastic 5-star. Cole, do you know that? There you go. Appreciate you, big dog. She's a 5-star realtor, even though she got a bunch of 4s in her number. 334-704-4442. Give her a call. Tell her we sent you. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You looking for your next house? You want to sell what you've got? Look for a new one. You want to buy a home? Maybe make it a long-term rental. Maybe make it a short-term rental. She is fantastic in every way. I promise you, she will not be outworked. Communicative, very communicative. Always get back to you. I answer your calls. Kind of drives me crazy sometimes, but she's fantastic, man. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Give her a call. Jessica Andrews with the Talents Group, 334-704-4442. Speaking of communicative.
We've got a little bit of light news, breaking news. I don't know if you go breaking.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not breaking. Just some light news here. A new offer has gone out to a defensive lineman. Thanks to Mr. Keith Niebuhr, who just let us know on Twitter.
Oh, Keith.
Joseph Mbachu, who
Sounds
is
good.
A Gators D-line commit from Cameroon. 6'6", 285 D-lineman.
Oh, he's from Grayson. Interesting.
Grayson, plays for Grayson. He's from Cameroon originally, and he's committed to Florida. That's interesting.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Can you see that? There you go.
There he is.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, Auburn, isn't that where Kenyatta came from? Kenyatta Watson?
Yes.
Strong foothold with that school.
Owen Papo. There's a couple
certainly
kids.
Somebody.
Anthony Davis, I think, is the guy's name. He's a 2026 linebacker target for Auburn that they're probably in decent shape with if they really want him. I think they do. Grayson plays Thompson next Thursday night.
Ooh.
If you don't remember what Don said when he called it. But I think I'm going to that game. This should be a really good one.
I like this guy. I like the looks of him.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at him for sure.
Let's see what old Elator wants to hear about. Y'all hear anything about 2026 5-star Zeal Oaks reclassifying to the 2025 class? And how do y'all like Auburn's chances with him? Cole, you like Auburn's chances with him. You have a prediction in. How are you feeling about that?
I think I do. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of schools still on his list. And yes, Elator, I heard it from the horse's mouth. He said he was thinking about reclassifying, and that Charles Kelly and Crime Dog and all those guys at Auburn are, hoping he does, is what he told us at Big Cat Weekend.
According to Zealous, he said he is thinking about it, but as of right now, he's staying in 2026. Which means it remains a possibility.
But there was an update from Chad Simmons on Zealous today, or maybe Steve Wiltfong, one of the two, that he is getting close to a decision. And if that's the case, you'd have to think he's probably going to reclassify. And Auburn's in there, Texas, LSU. I mean, he's got a lot of schools. Georgia. It could be anybody's right now. I have a pick in for Auburn. Yeah, Clemson. I have a pick in for Auburn. I've just gone back and forth on it. I don't know exactly what to think. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Zealous right now. I got the pick. I don't know where to change it to. I'm going to hold it on Auburn until I hear something else, because I do think Auburn's got a chance for sure.
I think that's fair. And even Chad Simmons, who did the update, came on the corner and was like, Auburn's legit here.
Yeah. And I do find it interesting. Auburn hadn't stopped recruiting Shamar Arnaud. I think Shamar Arnaud is a take for Auburn, and they're close. I didn't realize they were that close. They both play at Carrollton, and they were together at Big Cat the whole time. So that's an interesting thing too.
Big homie Teddy, what is everyone's feeling on Anthony Tank Jones, the 2026 5-star edge from, I believe, St. Paul's?
Yeah.
In Mobile.
Well,
Chad had an update on him. Auburn or
Yep.
Alabama for him. Not in any rush. Going to go to many games at Auburn. Going to go to many games in Tuscaloosa this season, and have a decision later on in the cycle.
I'll tell you what my feeling is on him as a player. Stud. I think he's the best target Auburn's on in 2026. Him and Tyler Atkinson, those are the two best prospects in 26 that Auburn's on, I think.
I do think a lot of things are working in Auburn's favor. I think having those guys in 2026 already committed, Hezekiah Harris, Tootle, Jamichael Garrett, having those guys from his area. So Tootle's from North Alabama, but Garrett's down there at Gulf Shores. Who else is down there? Who did I just say?
Now, Tootle is at Mobile Christian.
I mean, Tootle's Hezekiah's from up north.
Yeah, Harris is at Huntsville.
There you go.
And
Tootle,
then,
both of those guys are down there. And obviously and publicly working on Tank Jones, I saw, might have been Jamichael.
Well, Perry Thompson was the one you got from that area to start things off, and you got Antonio Coleman committed from there right now. Is there anybody else we're missing? I think that's it. Yeah.
Is Alvin from down that way?
Elba.
Okay, I don't count.
Not quite, but Southern Alabama for sure.
Where's Perry from?
Foley.
Foley. Oh, Foley. You ever at Foley?
I've seen it. I've never eaten there.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Korean dishes. I think it's Korean. Or maybe it's Vietnam.
I think it's Thai, maybe.
That's what I said.
My wife is all about some Thai. So
man, everybody in this house is, Cole.
Yeah, I'm really not that much. I mean, it's all right.
Either.
It's okay.
I'll eat it.
I'd rather have Mexican.
Oh.
I want that every day of the week.
Talk dirty to me, big dog.
Every day. Every day is Mexican, as far as I'm concerned.
And the problem with, I've got to find one. You know, I've always got to go to Mexican joint everywhere I've ever been and lived, and I
you don't have one in Auburn?
I tell you what, Weed Owie's got my number one Mexican joint right now, right up on the hill on 431. I mean, it's good.
There's always a little town's always gonna have a nice little hole in the wall Mexican place that's good, you know.
Hey, what was that one in? Your wife works next door to it.
Yes, San Marcos.
Okay, what's the one I like? That's right down the
Soul.
SOL.
Yeah, Soul. Yeah,
I like that one. I ain't been to. You like the other one, right?
San Marcos. I like them both.
Okay.
Ixtapa's good too.
You ever had that Mexican street corn from there?
Of course. It's awesome.
Oh, you done got me hungry. All right. Notorious AUB. Deuce Knight, Tyler Lockhart, Usman Chroma, Shakai Mills Knight, Andrew Babalola. How many does Auburn get, Cole?
Ooh. Would like to put a disclaimer. This is not an RPM pick on any of these guys. Give me.
Hold on. I was going to put the over under at 3.5. You're going to take the over.
Give me 4.
1, 2.
Again, disclaimer. No RPM picks have been made here. But give me 4 out of that 5. As of today.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll go 3.
Okay.
Taquio's traps, those trapezoids.
He's got them.
Man, he got them. Got me a deer picture alert. Do you think we will pull out all the stops to sign Cam Ward, Riley Leonard type transfer quarterback, given the pressure to make a jump in wins and losses in 2025? Think you're gonna lose Peyton Thorne? You're gonna have a bunch of inexperienced quarterbacks in the quarterback room. You've got Holden Garner. You've got, assuming they all stay. Are you going to go into 2025 with what many think enough talent to actually maybe make some noise? Do you ride with those in your quarterback room, or do you go out and say, we're going to go get a dog?
Yeah, you're going out to get somebody.
I completely agree.
At least that's the plan right now, I think. If something changes, I don't see too much change. I mean, even if you got Deuce Knight, Juju Lewis, whoever, I don't think it matters. I think you're going for a guy like
Right.
that.
You gonna hit your wagon to a true freshman. You gonna hit your wagon to a redshirt freshman. You gonna hit your wagon to a redshirt junior or redshirt sophomore that's
I
never
mean,
played.
you never know.
You could.
I saw flashes from Walker White watching him scrimmage where I'm like, okay, I can see where you are. Like, you're super talented. There's no doubt. If he puts it together in that amount of time, maybe. But I'm not saying he won't. But I think the plan is already like, hey, we need to go do that for sure.
And yeah, I hear you. They're the quarterbacks of the future, but maybe not the immediate future.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's get to the finale. Q10. JHE_WDE. How does the staff balance NIL between landing elite high school recruits and keeping the guys currently on the roster happy, especially those guys stepping into larger roles? How does the staff balance NIL with the high school recruits and keeping the guys currently on the roster happy? I'll tell you. I had to go back and read this again. And I think Kirby Smart said this publicly, and I thought it was fantastic. He said, we're not going to pay a high school kid more than what we're paying our starter. We're not. You're not coming into this locker room making more money than the guy who's busted his ass for the past 2 to 3 years and earned his starting spot. I thought that was pretty cool. And I would imagine that that's pretty widespread amongst colleges. This is a perfect Allen Head question, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is perfect.
But that's the best I could do. How do they balance it? I guess that's what he's talking about.
I think if you asked Hugh Freeze this question, he'd say, we do the best we can. Sorry, I'm not really answering your question, but I don't really know how, because there's no easy way to go about it. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. It's just human nature, right? You looking at your deer?
Yeah, big one's back.
Is that the one?
Yeah, he's my target buck. I've had my
Oh.
cameras out for like 3 days, and I've already found my target buck.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a nice one. I'm gonna tell you now.
Yeah. So Zach says in the private chat, I think the guy that asked the question is talking about recruiting over the guy's heads who's currently on the team. And Zach says that's just the business, and it is. That's the business we got here. I mean, it can't get your feelings hurt in business, right? That's kind of the bottom line here. If you get recruited over, you try to beat that guy out. That's the only way to go about it. And if you don't, then you leave because the portal's right there, and that's the end of it.
Either strap it on a little tighter or take off.
Right.
All right, Cole Pinkston. Good questions tonight. Got stumped by that last one. Well, you know what we'll have to do? We'll have to bring that up to Alan.
Yeah,
I know he's listening. So get prepared, Alan, for who was it? JPW _ John Parker Wilson.
WDE.
Yeah. JHE. J-he. So he is him. Cole, what's on your TV back there? Nature pictures. I got you.
Yeah, it's just I've got a Chromecast, so it's just cycling through some pictures there.
Okay. Make sure that's not on your phone roll.
It is not.
All right. How about you, big dog? You got any?
Yeah, I got 4.
Okay. I do too.
Yeah, 4. Sonny Corleone.
Spell it.
That'd be Sonny, Sonny, and space Corleone, Corleone.
Okay.
He look, I'm not ashamed to say that I was not a writer when I got into this business at all, because I sure wasn't. And sort of picked things up as I've been going with the help of Jeffrey and Justin and Keith when he was here and a lot of other people. Sonny Corleone jumped in and said, Pink, I'm just nobody. You take it for what it's worth. Your writing has gotten better. You know what? That's how about you for you, Sonny
How
Corleone.
about you, big dog? Times 2, man. How about you, Sonny?
So yeah, for sure. BBP.
BBP?
Because he cracks me up with the still shots he gets of us, and he posts them. It's funny. I like it. Astrophobia. ASTRA phobia.
Okay.
The Ass Pink premium show.
Yeah.
Got the thumbnail made for that. And he said, that thumbnail has no reason to go this hard.
Oh.
I was like, all right. So you liked it. I got the approval of Astrophobia. And then Box AU.
I hear you.
Me and Box, we had a little disagreement.
Just
happens.
BOX AU.
Yeah, just simple as that. A little disagreement. Just when the we had a disagreement. I'll leave it at that. And we talked and we're all good. So I always appreciate anybody that can say, look, I shouldn't have said that. And I said the same thing. I was like, I came at you a little hard too. I shouldn't have done that.
Was that the Hoover stuff?
Yeah, the Hoover stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just I always caution people when gotcha videos come out online. Just take some time and just review it. I know it looks bad because it is bad. It shouldn't be doing all that. We're all on the same page. Just take some time. Caution. Make sure it's not just some kind of innocent until proven guilty, right?
Absolutely. And I thought with the clips were, I wanted to see more context.
Sure, I did too. I mean, it was enough to say, hey, you don't need to be doing that.
Right.
But I'm with you.
All right, I've got four myself. Starting off with Big Boys Foosball, which was hilarious. This was on your note about Naeem Alford when you're like, I feel like he's the KJ Bolden, where you said I'm in the same boat with Alford that I was with Bolden. Things sound too good to be true for Auburn. And then it was like you were high, and then it was like then you're like, but you know what, Bolden did this, but man, what I'm hearing is here, and but keep in mind this, and then all right, and so he uses that gift of that girl who tastes something. She's like,
oh yeah,
yeah. It was the perfect gift at the perfect time. Big Boys Foosball. How about you, big dog?
He's a regular for you, is he not? Like this is like 3 times in a row.
I feel like he is. I feel like we're Spider-Man pointing at each other.
Yeah, right.
Jeffrey's spelling bee. For no other reason than the moniker itself.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know. Is my spelling bad?
I think it
my
would
pronunciations. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of my spelling. Pronunciation's another thing.
Right.
All right, but how about your Jeffrey's spelling bee? At least it's not like Jeffrey's third leg or what it was, his third arm or whatever it was. Not third. Pink head. I'm sorry, it's pink head. Lord have mercy. All right, I'm saving this one for the end. Bow-legged Arlene. What the heck did they do? Oh, I put up the hot board and I said, get some. And he responded, what yardage? Oh, you know what that is? That's the cheer.
I've heard it before.
It's the Auburn cheer. The Auburn, they have a cheer in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Like, get some. What yardage?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. And finally, how about you two, Deb for AU?
Oh.
Somebody asked about Amy White, Walker's mom, who is battling cancer right now publicly. Yep. I love Amy White, love David White, love all of them. Fantastic family. Proud to have known them. But Deb gave us an update on Miss Amy. She stated that her last scheduled chemo would be in 21 days on August the 20th. Sounds like she's having a very emotional and wearing fight, but continues to try to remain positive and faithful. We should all continue to keep her and the White family in our prayers And we certainly are, Deb, and we want Miss Amy to know that we absolutely are. And
Yeah.
praying for her.
Times
and,
two.
Absolutely. Appreciate the update, Deb. Appreciate that. We'll keep thinking about Miss Amy and praying for Miss Amy. And if that's your cup of tea, we ask that you do the same.
Absolutely.
Love Miss Amy. Man, she's a fantastic lady. Fantastic lady. All right, we're going to wrap it up there, but not before we remind everybody, OTV, go get signed up, $17 a month. Countdown to kickoff. Make a big difference in these student athletes' lives. All the perks I mentioned earlier. Go to ontovictory.co, ontovictory.co, get signed up there. And as Brett Whiteside said, walk around with chin held up high after seeing what's going on in recruiting. One more time for Miss Jessica Andrews with the Talents Group. Need a realtor in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County. Give her a call, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. All right, folks, that's going to do it. We're going to be back Sunday night for the call-in show. I think Justin, like I said, Auburn Live Plus. Have a couple of shows out this week. Keep an eye out for that. Stephen Pearl, I think, is on the docket. And if you haven't already, join that for $2.99. What listening and watching is your thing. We're going to have some really good intel, a lot of good content and insight on that Auburn Live Plus show. All right, that's going to wrap it up, man. For Alan Head, who is on assignment, for Mr. Zach in the back, who stayed in the back, Mr. Cole Pinkston, I'm Jeffrey Lee. Man, y'all stay out of that left lane. See ya.